3 soldiers ski through the Bavarian Alps. In April, they'll be doing something similar, but in one of the remotest places on Earth. Baffin Island in Canada's Arctic is somewhere the Army has never sent soldiers before. Now an expedition is to go there called Arctic Mountaineer. That's because, as well as skiing, there'll be serious mountains to climb.
There's a small risk of encountering polar bears, even though they look cuddly. I don't think they'll be cuddly in real life, so we've got to put out deterrents for those. And the actual environment is probably our biggest risk, the cold, the constant living in that environment. You haven't got any shelter to go to. We're living in tents, camping on ice. It's that inhospitable slight place.
Frostbite, hypothermia and fatigue are all high on the list of Baffin Island hazards.
It's adventure, it's all about exploring uncharted territory really for the British Army to date, and about challenge and putting individuals in an environment which as closely simulates a battlefield environment as you can get without actually going to war.
In an accident or emergency, the nearest medical facility will be 12 hours away. Initially, the team will have to deal with any situation themselves.
When you're ski mountaineering on Baffin Island, there is going to be a risk of things like, someone can do something as simple as catch an edge, take a tumble, and actually end up injured from that. And maybe it's something as small as a twisted ankle, which, on the pistes in Germany doesn't matter too much, but out there it suddenly turns into a much bigger problem.
The greatest fear is being buried in an avalanche. Everyone will have to wear a tracking device and be able to detect the signal.
If I give this a little rock here.
Knowing how to avoid avalanches and check snow for telltale signs will be crucial.
There's a small amount of movement there. So that is starting to go.
One expedition member is in Bavaria to train novice skiers. Major Sandy Hennis is an army reservist but no stranger to polar exploration. It's little more than a year since she was in Antarctica with the Army's Ice Maiden team. It was the largest all-female group to ski across the world's southernmost continent. Now she's heading for the opposite end of the planet. As the Arctic ice melts, she says, it may be one of the last chances to experience it.
It is really important that we look after these places that we go to. We have a responsibility for people in future generations, and we will still make some small impact to go to these places, but you try and limit that as much as possible. We carry all of our waste out. In Antarctica we carried all of our waste out. In certain places actually we carried our own human waste out as well, so to make even less of an impact.
The Arctic Mountaineer expedition has taken 4 years to plan. Out of 80 applicants, a dozen reservist and regular soldiers were successful. When they return from Baffin Island, many are likely to lead future expeditions. They're certainly expected to come back as different people. The entire 12-strong team won't train together until March. The next time they meet will be in 12 weeks' time as they head for the Arctic.